It's time to get down and dirty at Lernerville Speedway, just 30 miles north of Pittsburgh, for the Steel City Nationals. This show is sponsored by Bell IT Solutions. Jason Randolph has been nothing more than spectacular this season. He has been perfect inside the top 5, going 7 for 7 and 1 win. Randy Shreves is coming on strong with 2 top 5s at the last 3 races and has his sights in closing the gap on Randolph. Brandon Surratt coming off his best finish of the season at Weed Sport with a 2nd. He was clearly the strongest car on the track, but just couldn't get the car in victory lane. Last week at Weed Sport, Larry Bell turned some eyes as he led a third of the race and looked strong early on. He would finish 4th with his career best finish. Kyle Vaughn was the man to beat after he was able to get past Bell. He would hold the lead and get his first career victory in Millertime Motorsports. New winners are emerging this season, as now we have 6 different winners this season and 3 first-time winners in the 305 sprint cars. The points race will continue to ramp up as only one driver will be crowned champion and take home the title and hardware. And now it is time for Millertime Sunday. Welcome into the Studio 8. I am Ryan Griffith. I've got beside me Steve Miller and Chris Miller. We're back again for another exciting week. How you guys doing today?
Awesome tonight. Do you guys notice something that's not behind me that should be there right now?
What is that?
Yeah, that's right. It's the wall. Here we are at Lernerville, buddy. This is going to be exciting down here. I know there's going to be some amazing things happening in this turn tonight. So, sorry you're clear up there in the hot dog stand there again, Chris, but I got awesome seats.
Hey, I like my view down here. I can't believe it's already week 8. Week 8 of 12 here at Millertime Motorsports. Summer Series is 2/3 of the way over. It's exciting. Like you just mentioned, Ryan, 6 different winners out of 7 weeks so far. I think there's a new winner again tonight, too.
Yeah, I think you're right, too. I think I've got the pick that is going to be the winner. So we'll see.
Well, I think I have it, so we'll see. I don't know what your pick is, but we'll see just a little bit later.
You're both wrong.
Nah. Now, the points with us is very, very close, and we'll get more into that here in just a few moments. And we got some great guests on the show with us today. So you got last week's winner, Kyle Vaughn. You got Larry Bell also coming off his really strong finish there at Weed Sport. And Brandon Surratt coming on strong again. Can't talk enough about him and what he's potentially going to do in the next coming races. We've seen a lot from him. So let's talk a little bit about Weed Sport. It's our very first time being at Weed Sport. And man, it was awesome and exciting. I thought maybe it would be a little bit of a wreck fest just because it's new, but man, that was exciting. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was a great race. I mean, it was actually cleaner than I thought too, and just a fun race. I mean, I thought it was tough for myself. I actually started to I actually made the darn thing, and then just I pulled it into pits when I seen the leaders coming.
Yeah, 6 cautions. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I didn't know what to expect going in, like you mentioned. And actually, I thought it was one of the better races we've had all year long. So we'll definitely be back to Weed Sport, and we'll have some stats on it now.
Absolutely. Yeah, we came in a little bit blind, but now we've seen what happened. Was you guys shocked to see, I bet Steve isn't because Steve picked him number 3, but were you guys shocked about Larry Bell leading a third of this race? Wow.
You know how I'm going to answer that? No, I'm not shocked. I'm shocked he wasn't in the top 3.
Chris?
Yeah, what a great run. I can't wait to talk to Larry on the show. I know we talk to him a lot anyway, but this is going to be fun having him on the show here.
Absolutely. I was able to speak with him earlier. He is already at the track, so he will be here tonight, so we're excited to talk to him. And then Kyle Vaughn. Kyle Vaughn's been one that's he's been here. He hasn't been here. We didn't know if he's going to be here. Some of us would probably pick him if we knew he was here week in, week out. But he got the win. What was that like?
Here again, I wasn't shocked with that one either. If he shows up, he's going to be a top 3 contender every time. I mean, and you're right. I mean, we'd all pick him if, we just knew what his schedule was or something.
Right.
But no.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not shocked. I mean, I think a couple of us probably picked him earlier on in the year, but yeah. I mean, it's hard to pick a guy that you don't know if he's going to be here week in, week out when we're playing for some points here. And I think Ben Wirt showed up last week, but maybe had something going on and failed to make the race or failed to even participate in the race. But yeah, it's tough to make those decisions when we don't know if they're going to be here or not.
Yeah, and so you look here at the point standings. Of course, Jason Randolph, I said it when we opened up the program. Man, he's on fire. He's 7 for 7 inside the top 5, running a points lead at 681. I mean, you're almost flawless. I'm going to show you guys a little bit more perspective of how good this kid is doing. I mean, it is incredible to look at it. Actually, we just look at the top 3 and they've all been really well, but Jason's just been spectacular. Randy Shree sitting at 648 in third. Brandon Surratt with 646. We'll be talking to him later. And then in your top 10 here on down, PJ Popham in that 4th position. Ben Wart in that 5th. He did not show up last week, so he dropped 2 points. Jeff Flaro in 6th. Troy Flaro in 7th. 8th is Warren Samoy. 9th is Zachary Neely. And 10th, Byron Gay. That is your top 10 in points. So let's talk a little bit more in comparison with these top 3 drivers, Jason Randolph, Randy Shreves, and Brandon Surratt. As you see here, weeks 1 through 7 shows you exactly where each driver has finished. And there it is, Randy Shreves, Jason Randolph. He's had 2 races, that is his drop races there, a 4th and a 3rd. That's his only drop races. So right now he's sitting with a 1st and 4 seconds. That's just incredible, and that is really hard to beat. These guys behind him really need him to have a bad night coming up here in the closing nights of the series. Randy Shreves,
yeah, I mean,
go ahead.
One thing that really shows right there, Ryan, is, it's not just one bad night that Randolph's going to have. I mean, he's going to have 2, even a 3rd to possibly get back to where these guys are. So even with that points race tight, and it's nowhere close to being over. We got a lot of weeks left, but he needs a couple bad weeks in order for these guys to catch him.
Absolutely. Some of these guys do need to pull off some wins as well. Look at Randy Shreves, his 2 bad races, 18th and 13th in weeks 2 and 4. But since then, he hasn't really had a bad week. Week 5, 1st, week 6, 8th, and week 7, he's got 5th, so he's getting a little bit more consistent. And then Brandon Surratt over there, he had one really bad week, that 21st position, and then a 10th is his worst. So he's doing very well as well. With 5 races remaining, anything could still happen to Jason Randolph. His luck may end in the near future. I'm sure Randy Shreves and Brandon Surratt want to see that happen. There you look at the percentage of their top 5s, top 4s, top 3, top 2, and wins. Incredible to see Randy Shreves and Surratt still at 57%, but look at the Randolph there, 100% inside the top 5, 100% in the top 4. Randy Shreves at 42% and Surratt at 42%. In the top 3, Jason Randolph 85%, Randy Shreves at 42%, and Surratt at 14%. Top 2, again there, a top 2. Man, that's tough getting in the top 2. 71% of the time, Jason Randolph is getting a top 2. Absolutely incredible. 14% of the time, Randy Shreves is, and 14% of Surratt. But then you look at the wins. We've said this. We've had several different winners, and Jason Randolph has not been able to put it in victory lane as many times as what we thought he would with those kind of stats. Someone has been able to beat him. So he's only won 14% of the time. Same with Randy Shreves, and Brandon Surratt still looking for that first win there. Guys, what do you think of those percentage stats?
Man, Ryan, another interesting thing there is if you were the races that counted for Randolph, 100% in the top 2.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. And so you kind of break this down. I was trying to break it down to figure out what's going to take for some of these guys, Randy Shreves and Brandon Surratt, to get ahead of Jason. Of course, one's going to be Jason's going to have a couple bad weeks, but look at this average start. Randy Shreves has had a really good average start. He just got to get the finish out of there. Randolph's 6th, but look at there. Brandon Surratt, he's sitting in 3rd in points, but he had to start 10th. That's his average starting position. He needs to perform better in his heat races if he's going to, try to eke away from that points lead. And then you look at the average qualifying. These guys aren't good qualifiers. Man, they're good racers. They're Randolph 9th, Shreves 10th, and Surratt in 13th. So, qualifying, they're not up there, but you can see where they're at in points.
Yeah, it's finally coming down to some consistency. We've raced enough races now that consistency has a lot to do it. But, man, no one's ever asked this question. Is it possible we could have a champion, season champion, that does not have a win?
Definitely still possible.
It
It'd be very interesting. I mean, again, Randolph's going to have to have a bad few weeks here, but it could. It very well could.
I'm just asking that question to throw that out there.
It's possible. Anything's possible. I mean, shoot, we got several tracks that could be very tricky for Randy. I'm sorry, not Randy, but Jason Randolph. So anything is possible.
And we're at one of those tonight.
It is. It's a very tricky top side there. You go off and it could be your night. So let's move forward a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the Kings of Miller. I'll turn that over to Chris Miller because, again, you're closing down on the time of Kings of Miller times coming up.
Yeah, guys, so right now we have 13 paid entrants that have completed everything, so still a very small number of guys have joined. Make sure we do have all of this week through next Sunday. August 1st at 11:59 p.m. will be the deadline for the $20 entry. After that, we will have $25 open up until the race night on August the 15th. But make sure you take advantage of getting that early entry fee. Plus, we want to make sure that we got plenty of entrants. Remember, there's over $500 worth of cash and prizes. T-shirts are going to be given away. It's not just to the winners. So, guys, everybody's got a chance to win something, so make sure you get in soon.
Well said. It's going to be an exciting one. I'm excited to be able to call that. It's going to be one of the ages for sure, and I can't wait to see what happens there and who can potentially take it. I mean, here we're looking at this season. I mean, a 14% chance that Jason Randolph would win that money league. 14%, that's not very good. It's not very good odds. So if you're out there and you're thinking, man, I don't have a chance of winning this, but yeah, right. Some of these guys that are entering in, they know that their chances aren't as good as anybody else's. So it's anybody's race to be had. So let's move on forward, guys, and let's talk about this race here at Weed Sport. I'm sorry, not Weed Sport. We was at Weed Sport last week. Let's talk about Lernerville and what we might see here at Lernerville. Guys, what do you think?
I think we're going to see a nice low line for a while, and then if we have to get to that high side, that's where it's going to get interesting. Who goes off? It's not a matter if someone does there, but who's going to go off? Someone's going to go off. Multiple guys will.
Well, I'll tell you what you're going to see from me. You're going to see me, if there's 28 drivers here tonight, you're going to see me on trailer going home early. I won't make the feature because I haven't turned one practice lap out here this week, so this is going to be tricky for me. I have never been good at this track. I normally wouldn't tell you that, but I mean, I'm not good at any track, so I can give away my secrets. But I think we're going to see an interesting race. You're not going to be necessarily able to some of these guys like to ride the wall. They could maybe fall off the top up there. So I do think we're going to have a new winner tonight. I'm still not going to give mine away, but I think it's happening.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's talk to some of our drivers. We've got Brandon Surratt that's ready to go. We're going to try to get him in here, and we'll actually talk to him about Lernerville as well and what happened last week at Weed Sport. Brandon Surratt, do you have a copy, sir?
I do. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing pretty good.
All right. So, Brandon, man, you were on fire last week. I really thought I picked you to win. And that was just kind of a gut feeling that, man, he's going to be one out there that's going to be fast, and I think he has the chance. And he proved that you were fast. Had some bad luck in your heat race. Take us through that.
Man, I'm trying to think back to that heat race. I can't remember exactly what happened. I think that's right. Me and Chris Sign, I believe, got into it.
Right.
We were battling out pretty hard there, we were honestly battling a little rough for a heat race. You know, we both had the transfer spot, but it was a lot of fun, and we made contact coming out of 2 there, and I got up in the wall, and I think 1 or 2 drivers got by, and I dropped out of the transfer spot. That was it. It was just tough luck.
Yeah, so, we just went over a graphic there, and we showed you your average starting position being 10th, and that we said that the heat races is really where you need to improve to get yourself a better starting position. How are you going to do that? What's it look like for you in the next couple races? We got 5 races left. How are you going to make that happen?
I think I definitely need to take a little bit more of a smarter approach and kind of focus on just getting a transfer spot and making sure I get into the A main. That way I don't have to battle to the B and come from the back.
Yeah, so then take us through the A main. Right when that green flag drops, you know that you're one of the faster drivers out there. How did you manage through some of that traffic and get up there?
I just try to stay really aware as much as possible and really be cautious of what's going on around me and try to watch out for anybody getting loose or getting into the wall or any wrecks going on. And I think I was able to dodge one at one point and just keep my nose clean and keep working to the front,
Yeah. So did you feel that you had the car to beat, or did you feel like that this could be your opportunity to win your very first 305 race in Millertime?
Last weekend at Weed Sport or this weekend at Lernerville?
Yeah, the last week at Weed Sport.
Last weekend I was feeling pretty confident. We had a lot of practice throughout that week going into the race that weekend. So, I even ran with some of the guys in the league in the official sessions and was feeling pretty confident, but unfortunately it just didn't really play in my favor that night. That heat race definitely was the factor in that. It killed me having to go through the D and start that far back.
Guys, you got anything for him before we start talking about Lernerville?
No, that's pretty much it.
No, I mean, that's what I was going to ask him next is what are your plans for tonight and how confident are you for tonight?
Tonight I'm pretty confident. I've been running Lernerville. It's a fun track. I like running the top, so it can go both ways. It's a thin line to walk, but if you can find the speed up there, it's definitely where you got to be.
Sure.
Nice.
Chris, you got anything for him?
No, I don't really. I wanted to ask him the same thing Steve did. I mean, I might have a pick coming here somewhere, but I wanted to ask that same thing. But I've done some homework.
No,
so.
Don't pick me, Chris.
Now, I did want to say something there is that, Brandon, I seen you from the very beginning of the season. You were strong, but I feel like you're getting stronger as the season goes on. What are you doing differently that's making you a little bit better?
I'm definitely putting in a little bit more time during the week, trying to not necessarily practice the tracks that we're running for the weekend upcoming, just putting in more seat time in general and getting more comfortable with the cars and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Well, man, we're going to let you go because I know you can get out there on the track and turn some more laps. But good luck to you tonight. And, man, you're sitting in third. You're so close to even taking over Randy Shreve, so good luck tonight.
I appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yes, you too.
Hey, good luck, Brandon.
Next, we're going to dial up Larry Bell. Larry Bell putting on his best finish. See if we can get Larry Bell here. There's Larry.
There's Larry Bell. Look at you, Larry. Nice.
Wow. Larry, where are you at?
I'm in the pits here with our new trailer.
Man,
I love
awesome.
it, Larry.
Yeah, I hope you like it.
You could afford that after that great finish last week, right?
Yeah, that I did. It took every penny, but yes.
Pretty awesome to see that.
Yeah.
All right, so Larry, man, take us through what you're thinking. You know that Weed Sports probably one of your best tracks out there, and you are starting on the pole for the feature race. Take us through what was going through your mind.
Yeah, I was not expecting to be on the pole on that race. I really felt like I was at least going to be in the top 10 starting for sure. But whenever I started on the pole, I really felt confident that I could either hold it all the way to the end, or I could at least, this could really be my first top 3 finish. And it racing with Kyle, that was a lot of fun. I mean, we were doing a lot of neck and neck. And I mean, he was right on my bumper the whole time until I wound up messing up, I think about 8 or 9 laps in, and just touched the wall and gave him an opportunity to get in. But that it was really exciting and nervous being on the pole running that many laps the first time.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to ask you is how were you trying to keep your cool up there leading the race, a third of the race at that, knowing that you've raced with Millertime since the fall season and has never led in a feature race like this. How did you keep yourself kind of cool, calm, and collected up there?
Oh man, I tell you, I just did kind of rinse and repeat and just tried to just follow my lines, concentrate on where I knew everything was going to be fast, and where I knew I could run the strongest without letting anyone easily pass me. Because as you know, Weed Sports are a really difficult track to pass.
Well, I know I was having a difficult time just broadcasting because you being a teammate of mine of this season, man. I was kind of rooting you on while doing the broadcast. It was like, oh, geez, I got to quit being biased now and start talking about the other drivers. But, yeah, man, you had a great run. Guys, what do you got for him?
I mean,
Yeah,
Steve
good
didn't add any pressure to you in the pre-race show last week, did he?
No.
I picked him. That was a
I
smart
thought he was
pick.
going to jinx me at the least, but no. I mean, I'll take that 4th place finish. I mean, I didn't get the 3rd where he got the points, but I'll still take it.
That's all right, Larry. We're still, very proud of you. It was a heck of a good finish for you. I mean, yeah, I'd have been nervous as can be, man, racing in your shoes that night. I mean, super, super nervous. But what do you got for us tonight?
Yeah, I tell you, one of the things I like about this track is running up on the top. I think it takes an art as well as courage to be able to run that all the way up to the cushion and do it safely. I mean, the amount of momentum you can get, especially in turns 3 and 4, is just, it's really good. I'm sorry, not 3 and 4, 1 and 2. And it's going to be a fun night.
Yes, that it sure will, man. I mean, yeah, that's what I kind of plan on doing is just trying to stay on the track tonight for me.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah, agree with you on that one. I think everyone's going to agree that please do not let me come off the track.
It seems like every practice that I've watched coming out of turns 2, sometimes that's a little bit tricky for the guy on the bottom and the guy still running the top for the guy to give the room, and sometimes might take the guy over the hill. So that's going to be, I think, a cautious area coming out of turn 2 to make sure that you're not getting pushed over the hill from the guy on the inside just because of tight racing.
Yep.
Guys, you got anything else for Larry Bell?
can't get over that rig, that's all. I mean, look at that. Chris, you're going to have to buy me one of those.
Yeah, well, I can't even make a feature, so buy yourself one.
Nice, all right.
I love it.
That's a nice trailer there, though, Larry. I love it.
I
Larry,
appreciate it, guys.
Hey, man, good luck tonight, Larry, and thanks for everything you do on the show and for everything for Millertime Motorsports and Dirt ITV.
I appreciate it, guys.
Good luck tonight, Larry. We'll see you at the track.
All right, see ya.
All right. So that was Larry Bell. And man, that was a treat because, I mean, for that guy to be inside the top 5, he has to be ecstatic, to say the least.
I'm so happy for him. I mean, there's not a better person to have a finish like that finally. I know that had to have been one of the best moments of his racing, definitely in Millertime Motorsports, I'm sure.
Yes, absolutely. All right, guys, we need to get to Kings of Miller. I need to go back there and talk about the wheel. We need to eliminate 2 racetracks, right, guys?
Yes,
we do.
Yeah,
That's exciting. I like eliminating
it is.
tracks.
Yeah, we do. I mean, Weed Sport could still be one of the money races, right?
Hey, and that would probably pan out, you know. I mean, we're talking 20 cars making the feature, so hey,
Absolutely.
pretty good.
Anyway, there's only one way to find out.
All right, so guys,
Let's definitely remove some good ones here, though.
yes.
Remember to take Lima Land and Cedar Lake off there.
Yes, they are off there, aren't they? My apologies.
Yep.
So Lima Land was removed last week,
Yes.
and Cedar Lake was removed last week. So there's what we have left. Eldora, Bristol, USA, Knoxville, Volusia, Kokomo, Lanier, the dirt track at Charlotte, and Fairbury. Oh, guys, this is nervous. What are we going to see?
Come on, Bristol. Come on,
I'm
Bristol.
hoping Bristol and Fairbury tonight. Let's eliminate those 2.
All right, guys, here we go. Oh, Bristol's gone.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, this is working out so far.
Whew. That was close. It was
Yes,
between
it was.
USA and Bristol. I didn't know where it was going to land, but it got Bristol out. Bye-bye.
Which way?
All right, one more spin of the wheel. Where are we not going?
Fairbury.
Kokomo.
Okay, I can take that.
You're not going to Kokomo. There is what we have left.
Oh, wow.
USA, Knoxville, Volusia, Lanier, the dirt track of Charlotte, Fairbury, and Eldora. Wow, guys.
Good tracks left. Some good tracks left.
Yep.
Really,
I'm very happy
really
with
cool.
that.
Yeah, really cool. I like that. So, what do you guys think? What do you think the
Oh, I
track's
love
going to
it.
be?
Oh, man. I
Man,
don't care now. I don't care now. Bristol's out. We're good.
Well, I don't want it to be USA yet, and I really don't want it to be Fairbury. But other than that, I'll take any of them.
Yeah, I think they're all pretty decent out there. So, all right, guys, it's time to get to the picks.
Ryan, I think you're muted.
We'll get to the picks now. Let's go on to it. All right, guys. Let's start with the point standings because that's one that's kind of crazy to think that me and Steve's tied 12 points apiece. Chris has made up some room. You know,
Hey, look at this.
He's in 11th,
Hey.
1 point out.
I'm no longer that jinx, guys. Just let you know.
Yep. So here we go. Chris, could you potentially take the lead this week? We should see. Number 3. What is your pick?
All right, so it's hard to go back. We didn't run Lernerville last season in the spring, so I had to go back to the winter and the fall series before I could find any stats. I also went to this season's official races to find some stats for these picks. So I've tried to do some homework, but hey, with the third place pick tonight, I think we're going to see a good run out of Ted Moffel, and he came from 12th to 6th in the winter series. He's been running decent with us the last couple of weeks, so I think he's going to surprise some guys tonight and pull off a third place finish.
Man, that would be awesome if you're right. I mean, how cool would that be to get Ted Buffle inside the top 5? I don't think he's ever been inside the top 5. I would have to double check on that, but I don't think he has.
Hey, you said that about Larry Bell last week.
It's true. It's very true. All right, Steve, what is your number 3 pick?
Now, see, I feel I'm a good luck charm to most of these drivers. Just like last week, it's either that or I'm smart, and I cannot imagine it being that. So I'm taking Greg
Definitely
Barnett. I got Greg Barnett to place 3rd place this week.
So why?
All right.
Why are you picking Greg? I'm interested to hear.
Good question. Good question. But I do think he's going to run strong tonight. I think there's going to be some wild stuff happening in the front of this race tonight. And I just little birdie told me pick Greg Barnett.
Okay. All right. I like that. And that's kind of how mine was last week for Brandon Surratt winning. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, what's my number 3 pick?
I think you're going to take probably Randy Shreves.
Randy Shreves.
I think you're going out on a limb here too, and he's been running pretty decent. I took him out last week, but Seth French.
Seth French.
Oh.
That's a good pick. I was looking at him in some stats, but nope, that's not my pick. I think third is going to be Brandon Surratt right here. He's running strong. He'll be within the top 3 here, and I think he's going to come away with a really strong finish tonight. So Brandon Surratt, who we just talked to, I think he's going to come in really good tonight. Chris, what is your number 2 pick?
Well, my number 2 pick, again, I had to go back to previous series. Didn't even run with us in the winter series as far as that race. He did run with us in the fall series where he went 14th to 5th, but I'm going to ride with a guy that's been running very well with us when he does run, Ben Wirt.
I like that pick. Yeah, I was shocked to see that Ben wasn't here last week, but Ben is your only 2-time winner this season, so good pick right there. Steve, what is your number 2 pick?
Well, I'm really going out there this week, guys. I'm telling you, this is going to make or break it this week. I'm going to take over the points by a lot this week because I'm taking hometown boy Byron Gay.
All right.
Pressure on him tonight. He's going to have to step it up. He wants to, hang out with us and race with us. He's going to have to step it up, even though he's better than us. It's his night.
Okay.
Come on, Byron.
I like it. I like the pick. I've picked him. He's strong, so yeah, he could very well be up there. Guys, what's my number 2 pick?
PJ Popham.
Okay.
Jeff Flair.
Okay, guys.
Ooh.
This one's going back to the winter season. And I had to really kind of look at some data here, and I think this guy will do very well. I think it'll be his best finish that he's ever had. And that's going to be Warren Samoy. Why I said Warren Samoy is he finished 5th at the winter season here at Lernerville. He started 3rd. He did drop back 2. But you look at everybody who was in front of him. Well, there's no one here currently in this 305 season. So you don't have to worry about those guys. And he got beat by Max Stanbog. And you looked at Max Stanbog's lap times in the feature. And Warren Samoy was matching those lap times from Max. And we all know Max is a really good driver. I think Warren Samoy will be number 2. And I think he'll get his best finish in Millertime Motorsports in the 305s tonight.
I think it's a really good pick. And you want to talk about a guy that's consistent in the points in all 3 of the sprint series. I mean, this guy's in the top 5 or 6 in every one of them. I think he is in 8th of the 305s, but nonetheless, right there.
Absolutely. All right, guys, your winners tonight. Who's it going to be? Chris, you're number 1.
All right, so, we already talked to him tonight. I'm not going to jinx him. This guy's going to – I've been telling you all night long somebody's going to get their first win again. We're going to have 7 out of 8 races. They're going to be first-time winners. It's going to be Brandon Surratt. Going back, obviously he's never raced with Millertime Motorsports at Lernerville, but going back, this is where I went and looked at this year's officials. Brandon Surratt raced 3 races in the officials in the top split, won 2 of those, leading 60 out of the 90 laps, so with an average finish of 2nd. So I think he's going to be just fine. He probably got wrecked out in that other one, and he even said he's going to be pretty tough tonight.
Fantastic. I didn't know those stats. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's digging. You digging, Chris.
I'm
That's
digging.
nice.
He
must
digging.
not work month. Wow.
He's looking for the points lead.
Awesome pick, man. That's good. That's very good.
I like it.
Yeah.
Steve, what's your number 1 pick?
Well, I do believe that we're going to have a new winner tonight, and I think we're going to have Jeff Flaro is going to be my pick for tonight. The guy's so close to winning, just like his son, but I do believe out of them 2 that Jeff's going to win before Troy in the 305 series.
Okay, and why here?
So,
why do you think here?
Hell, after Chris's answers, I didn't do that kind of homework, but I have raced with him in some big blocks and stuff like that here, which I know is not the 305s, but he was always super strong on the top here. And that's that's it. I just ran with him in some weird stuff before here, so.
Okay. All right, guys.
Well, I'm going to try to find you an interesting stat, Steve, just so you know, on Jeff. So Jeff on the 305s at Lernerville that week that they raced here this season, he had 8 starts, 0 wins, 2 top 5s with an average finish of 7th. So, should have done your homework. Good luck.
Oh, I don't even know what to say. Good job, Chris. There you go. Jeff, prove him wrong tonight.
Love
The
it.
stats don't mean anything.
Hey, Troy Flaro, go beat your dad. All right, guys, what's my number 1
That's a
pick?
great one. Oh,
Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan. I think I'm going to go, because when I said I think there's going to be a first-time winner, you shook your head. Okay, so I think I'm going to go Troy Flaro.
Okay.
I think he's taking Randolph, Jason.
Sometimes I just shake my head just to throw you off. So tonight I am shaking my head to throw you off. We're going to have a 2-time winner other than Ben Hort. And I think he really needs it. And to going forward, these last 5 remaining races to eventually take over the lead. And that would be Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves is going to take home a win. He got that first one off his back. He's been doing very well. I mean, we look at his last 3 races. He won at Lima Land. He finished 8th at Eldora. He finished 5th at Weed Sport. He's more consistent now than the kind of up and down. And I think tonight he'll find himself in victory lane. And I think this is kind of his track because he's really good at running the top side of most tracks. He's a cushion guy. And I think he's going to run it well. And I think he's one of the few that be able to run that top side for 30 straight laps without making a mistake.
I want to tell you his stats. 4 starts, 0 wins, 4 top 5s. So not too bad. He might have a chance, but good luck.
Yeah.
Top split.
Let me tell you a stat on Brandon Ward. He's never won yet in the 305s. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Very nice pick.
All right, guys. We are out of time. We've got just under 22 minutes until we go green there at Lernerville. The track looks really, really good behind you. And I know we need to get off here because I know Chris is over there and he sees that hot dog stand. He's about to get down there and get himself a hot dog and a few other things. So we need to let him go before he gets over to his race car, right?
Yes,
Absolutely.
and look at this. I don't have to walk very far to lay on the track today, guys. I love this.
It looks like you're already
Thanks for
laying
the-
on it.
I'm so glad the broadcasting team put me down here on the track. I know. I'm like, all I got to do is, lay out on it.
Yep, you're safe.
It's like that.
I tried to get you as close as possible to the track. I know you like to be one with the track, and sometimes when you're one with the track, you do better. So
You feel it.
yeah, you're yourself. So that night, you definitely were yourself. So good luck to you, Steve. Good luck to you, Chris,
Hey.
tonight.
Thanks. Yes.
Thanks, Ryan.
We'll see you here in about 20 minutes or so. Thank you, guys.
Yep. Thank you.